Oh, Sammy. That's right where I want to sit. Come on, Sammy, budge up. Jesus. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, DIY Doris is going to do a doggy door. I've got the Hakuna Pets deluxe aluminium pet door. I had the box, but I ripped it up and threw it away before I realised I was going to film a tutorial on it. Basically, it's going into this security door. So, I've got instructions. I have the large pet door template, which I've cut out, and I'm going to stick on the door. And that's going to give me something to cut round. And I've also got the 2 bits of the actual door. That's got the flap and the locking insert. And it really should be as simple as cut a hole, stick them on, screw them in. It does also give me some of this plastic stuff to put around the edges. Apparently, I think if you were going to go into an actual internal door, you would use that to like cover it. I'm only going to need like a 15th of nothing to go through that, but we'll see about this. So we may cut these down. What we're going to need to cut through my aluminium screen door is angle grinder. Okay, a couple of bits with the angle grinder. This is a cordless one. I've left the battery off of it for the minute because I'm going to put a new cutting disc on here. These are your cutting discs. You can just go to your local hardware store and get all different kinds of discs for this. I'll level with you. All I've ever used an angle grinder for is for cutting metal. Okay, like this, like when I did some metal fencing, and or when I cut out a couple of my metal door frames that were actually quite rusty and rotten, but different story for another time. So basically these discs sit in here and then you cut with the outer edge. So all angle grinders, I'll just show you my old corded one. This is my old corded one. Notice how it doesn't have a guard on it. For God's sake, if you borrow someone's angle grinder that doesn't have a guard on it, oh, don't use it. It would terrify me. Now, to get your new disc onto an angle grinder, it comes with a little tool, right? Now, if you borrow someone's and they're like, oh, I don't know where the little tool is, you can get universal ones of these from your local hardware that just literally like open, close, and then you can tighten them up shut. Basically, what you need to do is, an angle grinder is really simple. It has basically an on and an off. So that's on, that's off. There is no forward, there's no reverse, there's no anything else. There is only this button here, which actually locks this turning wheel, and you need to press that button to lock that if you are going to take this off to put a new cutting disc on. Let's see if I can do this. Get my little tool, it sticks right into the middle there, and then press that down and lock it. Jesus wept. Once you've got it, you just screw that little bit off. Pop your new cutting disc in. It actually tells you when you go and buy them, but if you're not sure, chat to the guys at your local hardware. Even take whatever angle grinder you have in and be like, hey, I need a disc for this, because some of them do have different sizes, but it will say on there, like this one says, metal. So basically, pop that in there. There's a certain way they go as well, and you should know if you've done it incorrectly, because when you screw it on, it just won't sit quite right. So I'm just going to screw him hand tight, and I'm going to lock him again using this little button here, and I'm going to tighten him. Now that's not quite right because it's loose. So you'll know if you've got your disc on correctly because the little bit that you tighten should be flush up to it. It won't wiggle and it should be very tight, okay? And again, you use that locking mechanism to actually tighten that in place with your little tool. Okay. Now what else this has is it's got a little spring on the guard, so you can move this guard around for dependent if you are doing like a right hand side something or a left hand side something. You can just change it to what best suits you. Okay. So like that. What I would say is do all your little messing with this, changing this, altering this, figure it all out before you even put the battery on or plug it into the power. It's just sense. Also, when I'm using angle grinders, 100% safety glasses, because you'll see in a minute when I video it the stuff that comes flying out, and the last thing you want is tiny bits of metal in your eye. Okay, so all I'm going to do is, in essence, stick my template probably on the outside, no, on the inside of the door. I'm probably just going to tape it on with duct tape, and then from the outside I'm going to get my angle grinder and I'm going to cut out that hole and then worry about the rest in a minute. So let's see how we go. Bam! Check out my safety glasses. Yeah, they're pink. So I've also put a pair of boots on, putting some gloves on, just because there is little sparks and that come off this angle grinder a little bit, and I'm a bit precious. Better to be safe than sorry though, right? Alright, let's do it. I mean, it's a bit rough, but we're getting a hole there. So my little template keeps falling off the inside, so I can't find my black marker pen, so I'm just doing it with a highlighter, and I'm going to make the cuts as I go. Winning. So that's my hole done. Might be a bit on the piece. Make it work. I'm just going to take a quick Stanley knife and chop out the fly wire. Then we're going to see if the actual doggy door fits. Pray for me. Toby Toad. Looky Doug. What are we doing? Where's Sam? Hey Sammy. Just wait, it's coming. Mind your precious little noses. Hello. Are we making a dog door for you? Is that what's happening? Come on then, rat bag. Good boy. Oh well, one dog's using the flap already. Alright, so it says cut out template, blah blah, blah blah, blah blah. Measure the thickness of the door / panel and add 10 mil so the tunnel protrudes 5 mil on each side. If required, cut partitions down to correct size. Fit all 4 partitions into outer door frame, use duct tape to secure the corners, then place into opening. Well, I've already got the duct tape, so that's winning. So what's my outside bit? That's my inside bit. Because it can't fit. Oh, I think it is. Thank baby Jesus. Right. So this is how thick? That is 10 mil. So it's telling me, and then add 10 mil. So it needs to be 20 mil. So I need to make these into 20 mil, which is it's quite handy. It does give you little lines on it. So it's saying in the instructions to cut it out with scissors. I mean, I wonder if I could just score it. That could work. Yes, Samantha. Haha. Hot tip, use a Stanley knife. Let's do the next one. I'm sure there's safer ways to do that than between my legs. That's what she said. So I'm literally just scoring it with a Stanley knife where the lines are and then trying to snap it. It was working. Let's try it again. Also, I'm fairly sure I'm sitting in chicken just now. So glamorous. There we are. She started. Hey! Yes. Work. I've chopped off all my little bits to 20mm because the width of my door is 10mm and it said I needed an extra 10mm. Then it says to duct tape these bad boys together. So in the outer bit there is actually a little groove for these. Do I have that one in the right one? Yeah, I do. Long side, long side. Oh, that's actually a lot easier than I thought. So you just, yeah, stick them in that little groove and then it says to duct tape them together. So let's have a crack at that. I'm sure there's easier ways to do this. Drop it in the comments box below. I'm guessing scissors is going to be top of the list. Alright, so sticking duct tape around my corners. And then I take my 4 screws that it comes with, and apparently I screw the outside onto the inside. Surely it can't be that straightforward. Let's have a quick cracker like at this. Is there a top and a bottom? It would appear not. Oh dear. I'm not sure that was supposed to come out. It's an old door, it's just snapped off the bottom. There's still plenty more where that came from. Yeah, these screws are actually plastic. Ah, because you cut them off at the end. That's quite handy. Okay. Let's put one there. One there. Watch me forget where these are. Put one there. One there. Right, so. Please work. Okay, I mean, yeah. We're in. The hole is of a decent size. So those little plastic bits go into a little groove on this side as well. Alright, I'll see what you're doing. You are going to be annoying, plastic dog. I wonder if... Oh yeah, get on. Get on there. Oh, actually no, this is where having a second pair of hands would be legendary. Alright, so what I've discovered is these screws are plastic, which makes them easier to chop off and stuff, and it makes them, I guess, easier to, you know, if you're doing like an internal door versus a flywire door. So I guess they're a bit more all-purpose. They aren't working for me, they're pissing me off, to be quite frank, and one of them, the thread isn't taking quite right through there, so I found these metal ones that I think are the same size. I have a whole little box full of screws, just random ones, you know, like when you've got 2 or 3 left over. God knows what these were left over from. Could have been my IKEA kitchen, I don't know. Anyway, they look about the same width and size, so I'm going to give it a crack with these, because these can lick me. Alright, I need you to push on this other side, please.
Righty there.
Because it should just pop through, eh?
It's through. It's not.
Alright, that's my doggy door fitted. Can confirm, probably didn't need to use these stupid little plastic bits in the middle, because it just made it an absolute bitch to try and screw together. Also, thought these plastic screws were a really good idea. Start using them with an electric screwdriver, it just rounds out the ends, and they were just crap. So, lucky I had some that did fit. Miraculously I found 4, and I also got my housemate to come and give me a hand actually sandwiching it together whilst I screwed it in. But the end result is it's in. I split a bit of flywire doing it, but that's okay because I know how to replace flywire. I'll get round to that. And total bonus, the dogs already know how to use it. Check it out. Come on, Sammy. Sammy. Toby. Well, that just showed me right up, didn't it? Anyway, just remember guys, Team Doris, we can do it, and I'll see you in the next one. Go on then, through you go. Through.
Come on, bud.
Look at him. Yes, good work. Hey!
Oh, no, good boys. You must have to have a treat.
Good work, Sluggy.
Give more boys a treat.
You've done that before.
You were.